Alright, welcome back to Just Enough Garage. As you can see, I have my pink Willys. I got a couple of things to do on that. And I got my 36 Oldsmobile. I got a couple of things to do on that. And as you can see, we're having a liquid summer already. It's the first week and we're already wet. Alright, welcome back. I hope everybody enjoyed last week's video. That was a big highlight for me. I appreciate everybody's comments. Mariana, she's got her rain gear on, and she is my third daughter for you who are new subscribers. You will recall, for the old subscribers, the pink Willys. Last year I built this for my wife, Mrs. Just Enough Garage. She does a bunch of volunteer work not too far from here at a high school. They build sceneries. At some point maybe we could show you like the Aladdin thing on the wall. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I am not an artist.
Cave of Wonders.
Yeah, that was some of the old stuff. She's done all kinds of beautiful things. So as a result of that, she used to carry her tools in her little car. I built this. She carries her tools in it. Now,
in a little hatchback Subaru, back and forth, back and forth.
True. Now we're at the point where, you know what, we've got this. We got it going. There's a couple things wrong with it. And today is the perfect day. Come on over, Mary.
It's the perfect day.
I'll show you. You see how it only got one windshield wiper? Today, Junior, it's got one windshield wiper, and none of them work. There's nothing connected. They don't work. And as you can tell, it's summer. School is out. This is what, the 26th or 7th of June. Yeah, it's set all winter. It's got this black mold on it. Obviously, we'll have to clean. Whatever.
It's also got a bug.
We'll have to clean it up. So I got some windshield ideas. I had mentioned this a few months ago, and then I got completely obsessed with this car. So I'm going to do two things hopefully this video. A, install some windshield wipers using some parts from Amazon. I will get them out in a moment, but I think I'm going to set up a tent, Mary, because we're all wearing winter clothes. We have to do some work with the mirrors. Come over this way, Mary. And if you look down the side, the mirror...
Well, I can't look down the side. You're in the way.
You only have this little bit to look out. So I have some extension pieces I'm going to put on it.
That's a lucky estimate. But when you're in the vehicle, it's more like this. This is like how much you're seeing.
Anyways, I have some extension pieces we're going to put on it. And then Mrs. Just Enough Garage has gone to Amazon and bought some kind of a little convex mirror there to help her.
A little fish eyes.
The result, engine runs great. No problem there. I think I have to do something with this wheel, Mary. You see how that is not perfectly aligned? There's some shims. It has never been to an alignment shop. It's just kind of always worked. But I'm going to jack it up and try to do some measuring and get that closer.
Been to an alignment shop now.
Yeah, I'm going to probably have to take it somewhere, but I'm afraid they're going to go, it's a piece of junk. What do you want from us? Then, I guess we're talking too much.
Yeah,
then this bumper. This bumper is a piece of black 3-inch pipe. This bracket.
You're going to drive around with the holders and everything.
Yeah. Where'd you get it from, Mary? Did you get it from your
show him your elephant,
dad? Okay, so this is the idea: is that this will hook around here, like so, and it'll kind of give us. I was really looking for more of a teardrop, come out like this, and I might change it a little bit. I wanted it to come out like a teardrop because you'll see there's a teardrop on this car. But then the idea
and the tail light.
Then there's an idea you'd walk around and skin your legs. So, anyways.
Oh yeah, we're good at that. That's why you don't have them on the rat rod anymore.
So then right here, this would connect with that. Oh, let me move this. This would connect with the original spot, and of course, then I'm going to take a piece of brass and cover up this ugliness. I haven't got this figured out. This car is waiting in line for my friend who's going to hammer the dent out with me. He told me a couple of weeks. So, great. We can put the floor and stuff in it, but I really don't want to do anything here so that he can see everything. But I do have taillights to install. I've mentioned these before.
See? Teardroppy.
Yes, it has the same shape. If you're familiar with the headlights, this is the Art Deco. They patterned themselves. This was in one of the headlights. This was it. They have the similar brackets. I think I've shown that. Maybe you'd edit it out. Sometimes I feel like I talked in a circle. Anyways,
yeah, it
has a broken bolt. I'll need to weld a washer on, see if I can get it out.
A washer in Washington?
Anyways, these came with one setup, and I have another fender with another one. And once this is all straightened out, I'll go ahead and fill that and put a second one because the law requires it now. So we're after, I suppose I can get away with it.
This ain't quite the look we're trying to go for here.
It was a temporary.
I mean, I could see you fixed it with
Yeah, it was broken and I glued it. Okay, let's get rolling. First, do the windshield wipers.
No, first put up the cover.
Well, yeah, I'll bring out.
You're getting water in your camera phone.
All right, let's do it. So most people in the United States would call this a sun tent, Mary. Keep the sun off. I think we use it probably 70% for rain and, you know, the balance for sun.
It's great for the sun, but it mostly pulls rain duty. That's what the blue's for.
So these are some pieces of aluminum that I have secured.
Aluminium.
And obviously it's going to bolt onto that place. Then we'll drill a hole and we'll move this out. I think I have to put a little bend in that with my vise so that it has that tendency, so it'll be like a little bit of a bend. So knowing that, and this is just enough garage, she's really good at Amazon. She's really good at figuring stuff out. I just opened the box 10 seconds ago, and this is what she came up with for her convex mirror. Knowing that this is what I was doing, she came up with this system here with these Phillips head screws.
They also have adhesives, so that'll last.
So in theory, well, maybe these will go on top of here after it's done, because it might be over. I don't know. These might not be long enough now to get the mirror. I might need to get some of these that are longer, Mary.
Could you move the clamp over? Like, is it possible to move the whole thing towards the end? I mean, the
but then
on the mirror itself.
That's where that's supposed to go. So I guess you know what? We'll have to just shift this one out as far and just see, just see what it does, because these are pretty wide. Anyways, you can see yourself.
Wave, YouTube.
All right. Well, you know what? That's on hold. I really want to do the windshield wipers. So this is now. I've had these parts for 6 months. Okay. But you know what? I was a guy that was working on something else, and turns out I'm only good at one thing one time. Made in China. We got the little switch so you could have a couple of speeds for the wipers. These wipers. Okay. Made in China. Surprise. That's the wiper, which
They've
is...
come a long way. We've never been to China. We can't imagine the travel in a box that how
But
bad
to
it
get
would be.
this size, which is what these were, you remember this was a brand new windshield we put in last summer.
Oh yeah, and we had a great time doing it because you'd think those are perfect rectangular pieces of glass. They're not.
So, are you camera girl, or you want to be the host of the show?
Somebody's gotta. You get boring to edit. I gotta talk over you.
All right, well, Mary, go ahead and tell the people what I got.
Okay, I have no idea what you got. This is gonna be fun.
I'll do the editing from now on and put
Vanna
the corn,
White.
put the cornball music and go ahead.
Vanna White.
Go ahead, explain to the people what you got and what it works.
So he can pull it out. But these sizes are unusual sizes, right? You can't just go to the Walmart and buy a new wiper for $7. You gotta go on the Amazon and buy one for like $15.
No, those
and then you gotta get the motors.
Those were like 140 for the set.
No, I'm saying just for the replacement.
Yeah, they're unique.
And then you gotta get the new motors.
Show them the motors. Go ahead and tell them how you're going to create and fabricate and build and take something from
all these little pieces so we could just
go ahead and tell something. Take something from China that's designed for something else and mount it under the dash. Go ahead and tell the people how you're going to do that.
What you're going to do is you're just going to attach this straight to the steering wheel. So if you want to wipe your wipers, you just go real fast with your steering wheel and it shakes it back and forth, and then that'll wiggle your wipers. Yeah?
You're not even close.
I know.
Why don't you stick to your computers?
Plug them in on the inside, and then
you know what? How about we do this?
That's what it's like watching you and editing.
Get out of here, you goof. All right. So Mariana was kind of close. I got to take all the guts out here. Now, just so people remember, the Willys manufacturing, they were in business till 1963. They sold out to Kaiser, which sold out to AMC, which sold out to Chrysler. Okay. Willys was responsible for the World War II Jeeps. Even though Bantam was their design, they were able to receive a big portion of the production. So was the Willys, so was Ford, the DPWs, and the Willys. Anyways, after the war, you got this Jeep. This was a Willys pickup, then there was a Willys station wagon, and then there was a little Willys car. These came 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. I have no idea about the history. This was put together by pieces from the man I bought it from in the 90s. Okay, there's a whole series on it. It has a stupid hood snorkel. It's a small block Chevy, turbo 350, a 10-inch positive traction. cool tires. It's not retro. It's a service truck. It's stuff I put together.
Eclectic.
Anyway, the last stage of this is, I believe, because of the length of that shaft, whether I can put a spacer on here, put it up under, and then these nuts that Mary tried to throw away.
I mean, if you've watched us long enough, you know throwing things across the yard is his MO,
So I might be able to reuse this original collar, put it there, I'm hoping, and there's a rubber seal. Okay, now, this hole is to prevent it from moving. I was thinking I could probably...
With the steering wheel? That was funny!
Yes, Mary. What do you think, we're working on a Lego set?
Yes!
Anyways, I'm thinking I might have to have a piece of all thread or something that I can spot weld to the back of the dash, insert that on, put a couple of jam nuts on either side to stationize it. All right, it's as simple as voltage. Negative, positive.
Well, I was getting to that point and you interrupted me.
I'm supposed to be able to wire these together with this switch, and then they're both supposed to work. They have like 165 or 170, 180 degree, I don't recall all that. And you probably lost the instructions already, didn't you?
I didn't even know you had these wipers for 6 months.
Yeah.
I thought you have just gotten them, and so the instructions, I couldn't have lost them. The people have seen every part I've touched of them.
No. All right, I'm going to work on that disassembly. I'm going to leave one. I'm going to take apart this one. I'm going to do it in the rain. You're probably going to see a couple of scenes of me in my fat body trying to fit underneath that stupid dash, and then we'll get back to like, hey, is it going to work, or no, put it in the garbage. And let's do that. So now we're inside the Jeep. We've adjusted our tent slightly. I wanted to show you why these don't work, Mary. All these cables, and I could probably figure it out, but when I reach in behind there, this cable went to there, there was a motor. Okay, it doesn't even work anymore. They're kind of corroded up. There's a whole unit here I should be able to take off from the front, pop it out, according to what it feels like it. This originally was where the wiper switch was, so I'll just put it back there. Just so you know, people wanted to know the review on my carburetor. I bought one of those Amazon Quadrajets. The choke never worked, so I put this choke on it. Mrs. Just Enough Garage absolutely hates it because there's some miscommunication between her, me, and the Willys. It will start. In fact, I will show you it'll start. Give that thing 2 pumps of gas.
Which was the gas?
Yeah. All right, I crank it over. This is how simple it works. But there is some kind of confusion between the Willys and Mrs. Just Enough Garage, but it works great. As you can hear, it's starting to load up. Just give that thing a little bit more, lean it out. Anyways, that was without touching the throttle, really. It runs really good. If you were to rev that a little bit, leave it part way out, put your foot on the brake, use reverse. Once you get down the road a little ways, you jam it in. The reason I'm saying that is I couldn't get the electric choke to work. I ended up with that. That was my workaround. The carburetor is actually pretty good. So if you're thinking of buying one of those, so I think what I'm going to do is eventually take that one off, try the Edelbrock version. I saw they were like 170 bucks. This one was like 75. The tariffs have kind of screwed some of that up. Okay, so that's a $500 or $600 carburetor for the American version. Anyways, enough about that. Also, Mary, for the new subscribers, if anybody's still watching this, Seattle 1994 Greenwood classic car and rod show. This was once a real cool truck, apparently, and I cannot find any video or footage or anything other than what the guy told me and the history I have. The snorkel went on after because there was a big hood cutout for a little supercharger. The guy who originally built this painted it all this peach color, and those wheels that are on the Oldsmobile came with it. The jelly bags, they were painted the same color as the body. I've changed some things around, but the snorkel went on after that. Well, that big stupid bird catching snorkel, or one of those you'd get out of a magazine in about 1992, 3, 4 for 60 bucks or whatever, and it's super cool, and I left it. And anyways, let's move on. I just wanted to show you some of that. I'm going to go ahead and take this out now, and we'll get caught up and try to fit one motor in here. Hopefully it'll fit. I don't know. There's not much room. I might. Maybe I'll. Anyways, we'll see. Did it come out?
You used the best tool there is.
So this pulley system goes up and around there, and then that thing rotates. It's unfortunate this is broke because of my blue rat rod over in the driveway that's covered with a tarp because it's summer. I had this system working, but these were all intact. And I don't know how, what, where, when, why.
Reminds me of our 1940s windows with their wood weights.
Oh, yeah.
The wood and rope weights.
Inside the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
They operate off a vacuum motor, and it's not a very good system, so I didn't mind changing it. Let's see if I can put one side in. Let me get the motor. I think we're in trouble, Mary.
Well, that's why I closed my door. A whole bunch of it just came right down on me as you got out.
This is what fits under the dash.
Oh, in that regard. Yeah, perhaps. Does it need the whole housing? Maybe you have to open that thing up.
I'm just saying, if a person was to say, this is normal, this is super size, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, even if it fits, it's going to look stupid because the thing is stupid long. All right, I'm getting old, Mary.
When that start happening?
Whoa.
Now, don't get too ahead of yourself. Do you got more room or less room on this side?
I don't know. It seems to be the same shape because look, it's missing the glove box door here. It was missing the instrument panel there. So now I just got to put a piece of pipe on there on the outside.
I don't think you should shorten it at all. I think you should just have your windshield wipers waving to everybody.
Hello, hello. Oh, yeah.
He's excited, but now he knows he needs to actually finish this.
Why do we always have so much disappointment in what we're doing here? And the dash isn't even removable. It's molded in, it's welded in as part of the thing. So, I mean, it would be ideal if we could pop this off, do all of our fab work, and then just put the dash back on. Okay, let me consider this because I can move it back a little bit, but I'm going to put the arm on. It should work even if it's that stupid. It just looks stupid.
You know what? It looks dumber. No windshield wipers.
Don't drive it in the rain. Put Rain X on it. Move to a sunnier place.
Every sunny place still rains.
No, there's no way.
Okay.
I have a belief that it doesn't.
Delay. See if you guys can even see up in there. I don't know if there's anything in there for you. Maybe. No, let me see if I can.
Does it look good?
I'm trying to show the people, but boy, it looks silly.
Wow.
That's all I can really maneuver for you guys. I mean, I can kind of only see what you're seeing. Well,
All right.
action shot. Oh, quality.
There's absolutely no way that is going to stop at that. It would probably work. I feel like I'm yelling. Give me that damn camera.
Okay.
I think I could come back and put a piece of spacer on there and the nuts and everything and draw it up. I think I then could probably drill a hole here, put a nut and bolt in there and just put some adhesive, paint it all pink. It's just the way it is. You can see this body's not that good. It's really not that good. It's kind of a jokey clown car. Anyway, if I can get the sweep right, that will work. It will be functional. Is it as clean as that? No, but it will work. I think I'm going to pursue it because I'm kind of stuck because I kind of want to be done with this project, and making windshield wipers and mirrors and a decent choke kind of gets me out of it gets me onto something else. We're eventually going to have to replace the locks on this. I got keys for them, but some of the locks just internally don't work. This was from 1989, this Redding's aluminum box. It came off a Dodge Dakota. Like I said, there's a whole build series on it. So let me just work on this. I'll probably just show you the finished product, and when I get to like putting wire in it and seeing if they operate, we can figure out. I'm afraid that I'm afraid the sweep's going to be too big for it. So stand by. As you can see I got a battery charger hooked up because I'm trying to identify what the sweep is. This is completely round, so wherever it stops is wherever I can set the wiper and clamp it on, and then it just is a clamp. But I have a feeling it's going to be too much of a sweep. Let's see what happens. Nothing. The S is for switch. So we got positive, negative, and an S. DC switch. So does that mean I have to jump power to that switch so they get power twice? I bet it is. No, I'm too dumb to even make this work.
It is working you.
Well, I probably don't have a good ground or something. Something simple like that.
Make sure you let them touch.
Let me go get my test light. Stand by.
Stripping in the rain.
No real point to putting this in the Jeep and mounting it if I don't know how to wire it, right?
Well, yeah, because you're going to mount it under there and then wire it. That would make it
Well, I
loads
was
of
going
sense.
to put all the wires on it and then put it up under there. And we bought this switch. I'm not sure what the C is for. B, I'd assume, is battery. Then it's low, medium, high. I'm not sure. So, in theory, this would have 1, 2, 3 positions, speed for the wipers. On and off. In theory. So, obviously, let's see if we're getting power first. Getting power. Okay, so there's power there. So why are we getting power off the S side, Mary? Because if I hit a ground on that, it's going to zzz. I guess I have to go to the internet and try to understand how with automatic stoppers. So there's no point in putting power to that because it has power. If I dare try to ground it. There's so much of this I don't understand.
He never advertised being an electrician, so
No, heavens
don't,
no.
just
right.
don't, internet.
Whoa, look at that angle. It's moving there.
Ooh, that seems like what you want.
I did some research.
That's like 45-degree swing.
So, just enough garage misses me, and I said earlier, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. The credit is that she did a bunch of research. This is her vehicle. I know she hasn't really taken with it and run. She's been extremely busy. She's had some things in her life with her aging parents and stuff. And anyways,
She's good at Googling.
she's gotten this all figured out. She said, Darian, this is what you want. Other than this being long, and I've been thinking about that, I wonder if I could shorten this shaft.
I want you to cut straight through it with a grinder.
I might.
There's nothing important in there. It's
No,
not like
no.
it's no good contact.
But if I cut that there, and I cut that out there, I could shorten this up, and then I just tack weld it back together. I mean, what could go wrong?
Surprise,
This
shorty.
shaft should be the same, and then I just do it. I might take one apart and see if I can do it, professionally shorten them. I haven't given up yet, Mary. I mean, the problem is I could ruin it. I would like to have a ruin one and then a repair one, but if that's just pressed in from the back, this cover, I press it out, I cut it down short, I put it in. Bob's your uncle. Anyways, let me show you the sweep on that. I don't know that the camera did justice.
Well,
Stand
put a
by.
piece of tape on it.
That's what I'm looking for.
Whoa! The piece for your mouth.
Not counting tomorrow. How long did you live with me?
My whole life.
Yes, you've been quite a project that I have undertook.
Well, you chose me.
Apparently.
You even chose to take me home from the hospital.
When I didn't bring you to the fire station all the times I should have. Okay, so now. So I just need a dick. What are we looking at?
I'm trying to see it down the barrel so they can actually see it wiggle.
All right, let me try this. That's 90 degrees. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then it automatically stops back to its original spot. See? Watch.
I see.
You seen the wires? I start it, and then it finishes. It comes back.
Look at the cute little servo. That's what the
Yeah.
S is for.
All right. Well, let me put this together, and then I can check see if there's different speeds. I think I'm going to tighten that right now, even though this is made for this, but it's like in the parts bin, they just go, grab that one, it's pretty close. Let me go tighten this up.
Just enough.
I wish I knew what the B and the C and the L and the M and the... I'm pretty sure the low, medium, high. But B and C, I'm not sure what that is. So because we're using ground, you know what? I need to get some wire and set here and...
Wire it up.
You know, like do stuff like this. This is the off-scene stuff you're not supposed to see, but because it's raining, you're getting one of these videos. Hopefully I'm not ruining anybody. I'm trying to make this work. What a cool car, though. I mean, just look at that shining out there in the rain.
It's a car?
She's a beaut.
No part of it has ever been car.
So this red wire is the ground wire now. And I think I can just... Well, let's see if we're actually getting power out of this sucker.
Never going to work.
Why am I not? Okay. Okay. Getting power out of that one too. It must be for full bore. So you saw what I just did there. So when it's off, there's no power anywhere. First click should be low. Click. See the light is dimmer.
Yeah. And
second click, medium. Third click, high. So let's see if it works now. So one click should be low. Can I just hold it like so? Now I click it one more, medium. Doesn't seem like it really goes any faster, does it? Why is high not working? And I lost power somewhere. Why? Is it because this wire's jammed in here? Did I burn it up already?
Yeah, running a billion volts through it.
It's 12 volts.
A billion!
Apparently high doesn't work anymore. So when it's on, low is... Was I turning the clicker the wrong way? Yes. I had inadvertently turned it off, Mary.
Well, that's never gonna work. Ooh, baby.
Is that the same speed every time?
Oh no, shut up and move it.
I think it's pretty much the same speed.
Yeah, it sounds a little different, but also we're looking at it on small scale, not when it's the full arm of the law.
You know what I discovered? Let's blast this apart, see if I can shorten that up, and if I can't, then I'll make it work, because I like the 90 degree. It's pretty close. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's the best we can do. You know, let's push forward. Never say never.
Oh.
So, Mary, we're in the shop now, working on the front of my RS Capri because it's a good durable surface. I've taken this apart, and inside, it was designed for me, guys like me, to cut it down. This just pulls off the top. Inside, this wheel just operates on that crank, going like that. So I should be able to put that together. This slides apart, so easily I could cut that down to whatever length. Then I got to this, and I noticed all those threads, and this is really kind of crimped. I'm afraid of damaging the alignment of it.
That sure is press fat.
But then I remember
there we go.
the Tractor Supply last year had these metric systems for $5.49, and I've never opened it. But
China made you something metric?
Yeah.
Just for you?
But I wonder if I take the metric die and I put it on here and I thread this down to where it's comfortable for me, then I can just cut off the front. Bob's your uncle. We're on our way. So, you know, this is what I've been saying for a long time, Mary. is,
Bob's your uncle?
No, that sometimes about these projects is you just got to deep dive into them, but then you got to be prepared to either modify the part or be destroying the part. And I'm comfortable with either one. Because
well, it depends on how well you execute it.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, this sounds good in my mind as a feasible opportunity.
And you thought about executing it, guillotined.
That's an M10 1.5. Is that going to be the right one? It doesn't feel like it.
Let's clean you guys off a little bit.
Try the next one.
Oh, there you go. Now you're seeing in 4K.
That's too big. All right, stand by. Let me grab the nut and see if I can find a match for it.
Did you find what you needed?
Well, see, I am terrible at metric stuff. And I know that there's different kinds, right? Like there's a 1.25, there's a 1.5, there's a 1.75, there's a 1.0. And they have to do with the diameter of the M's. And I don't have the right stuff. So this is an M8, but it doesn't, that's too small.
Hello, matey.
That's too small. This one seems to be the right, but it's not. It's a 1.5 M10. When you go to put it on there, it should just thread on, and then I just continue the threading. I got nothing, Mary.
Say it again.
I got nothing. Too dumb to make this work. What else you gonna do on a rainy day, I guess? Well, I suppose I could take this down to the hardware store where they got that thing that's a bolts and nuts, and you thread on your stuff till you figure out what you're at. And then I could buy a die that's the same that would fit in my kit, and then I can use this hardware. Because if I thread that down further, and then just like I say, cut off the extra, I should be, you know. All right, stand by. I'm going on a field trip. I'll let you know what I find. So just so you know, it's still raining. So I've been to the store. You can tell that I went and bought the necessary die. It was an M10 by 1.0. I did a little education of myself to discover that 1.0 is a fine one. I went down to the hardware store here in town, found a nut and bolt and all that thread checker deal on the shelf. Got it. They did not have this. This was, I had to go 10-15 miles out of my way to a different hardware store, and I told the guy, and I was expecting to give a big lengthy explanation, and he goes, okay, 10 by 1, got it. And he went right over to the first door, pulled it out, and goes, oh, my last one, here you go. And I'm like, I had by this point been to 4 or 5 spots in my own town. So I've had to drill a hole here for that mount. The motor's currently hung. I have the die on there. I have this mounted with all the supplied rubber that came in the package. This is my length. I'm going to leave the die there as a guide, and then I'm going to end up taking my grinder here and just cut that sucker down. Then the rod inside, I'll take it back apart. But this should facilitate this to be here, because we know we have 90 degrees. It should be enough to over there. That should be right. And if it's not right, then I might have to cut this arm and change the angle of that. I don't know. That's phase 2. Let's get to phase 1. I feel confident cutting this. I'm a little bit scared about doing it. I could potentially screw it up, but you know what, it'll look better like the one originally if I can get it in close like that. So let's see what happens. Try not to put sparks on the brand new windshield. I know, kind of scarring up the die, but that's my protection there. Okay, now I put it on there so that when I go to thread this off, it'll just fix the threads for me. For $8, I figure this is a good way to fix it. Yeah, I like to keep the die. Ooh, that's hot. All right, so now I'll come in here and take it all apart, and don't stress, people. I got this rubber deal that's going to go over it. So now I'll get the rod out, and I'll just measure what the gap is from the other piece I have, the other original one, what that distance is, make it the same. Then I should be able to put it on, and then the next thing to do is I'll catch up with the other side. So I'll probably just bring you back when I have both sides installed to this point, wiring installed, and then we'll just see what happens. You're not going to miss nothing. But this has been time consuming. I've been in it 2 or 3 hours just to get to this part. It is what it is. These videos take a little bit of time to make. I appreciate everybody watching. Like I say, these are all my cars. If you're a new subscriber, the rat rod's currently in the driveway getting wet. The RS Capri is back under its cover. The 48 Ford, let's go for a walk. This is my summer project. This was my winter project. Now we're up to summer project. 48 Ford, for those of you who remember, last year we put a flathead V8 in it. It runs and drives, brakes are all new. We're trying to do body work this summer. We're gonna try to get this figured out. That's the license plate that I bought for it down at the swap meet. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully we'll get it drive. It needs exhaust, a gas tank, and then everything else you see. So that's what we're going to plug away on probably next week, the week after. My Chevy Suburban in the yard, I got to do some stuff with it. I'm going to get it for sale. I got other small blocks over here, some 4-bolt mains I'd like to put together. I got a Z car in the backyard that I would love to get down and put a small block Chevy in. I need to finish this one. Like I say, there's lots going on, lots of different opportunities. These are just some of them. Anyways, let me finish the wipers and I'll show you that. Well, as you can see today, the sun is out. We're back to a summer day. And that's why we were fixing the windshield wipers. As you can see, we went from this, broken cables. Yes, it was broken. Right there, it was broken. And I've broken all those parts to these. So let me walk you through it. Yesterday I was frustrated with the rain. You guys probably heard a lot of that. I ended up drilling a hole in the cowl here, and that holds it from rotating inside. I shortened these down like I said I was going to. I got that tap and finished out the thread. That worked out fine. The arms are a little bit goofy in the sense that the windshield is so short this way. If you ever were to chop the top on this, you wouldn't even get no windshield wipers. So street rods are not daily drivers. However, this one at least can be driven a few blocks in the rain now. So they're kind of weird the way they lay out. Part of it is that this hole is not centered. It was set up for the way the Willys did it. So they're more, you know, if they were over here, it would have a better sweep. But it is what it is. Taking the Chinese parts, making it work. So that switch that had the multi-positions, I bought that separate. It was not part of a kit. We thought we could make that work. I couldn't. So I ended up just doing a toggle. So it's on a fuse power. Turn that, and then you just bump this. And when you turn it off, you just got to time it so they're down. Because I could turn them off wherever, right? It is what it is. They kind of touch right at the edge of the rubber, but they're not going over the center like they were. It is what it is. I hate to say that, but you know, with these vehicles, you kind of got to just take and give what you got. It is a very old vehicle. So now I'm going to jump on the mirror here, see what I can do about this. Basically, we talked about it. I'm just going to move it out, and we'll go from there. Actually, I got to make a run right now to go get a few nuts and bolts. I think my grandson wanted to go for a ride in my rat rod, so I'm going to let him do some filming, and then we'll get back on the mirrors. Well, let's take my 1953 Willys rat rod for a ride. You guys have probably seen it on the channel before, but it's all loaded up with stuff. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I do drive these. In fact, you can see the car seat from my grandson. It's a pretty cool rig. Anyways, let's take it on a drive. I'll let him do the filming. All right, can you see me in the steering wheel? Look in the lens, you see it?
I can see it. Whoa, this is funky.
Film me. All right, it's the third day of working on this pink Jeep. Today's Sunday afternoon. I gotta go to work tomorrow, so this one's done for this week. This is what I ended up with on the mirrors. This is Just Enough Garage came out. She said she enjoyed it. I gotta add another piece right here over for her other convex mirror. Let me show you what happened. Driver's position. Yeah, we'll get to this in a minute. Driver's position, this is what she got on Amazon. On driver's position, this worked good. But when you're sitting over there, I needed to have another arm come out to get it away from the, it's just the way it was setting. It wasn't good. So I'll have to get the, Oldsmobile parts. So I talked about these Heim joints. I did my best. These were as close as I could. They don't exactly thread on there. I could force them. I think I'm just going to either drill those out and slide them over and then just weld them on once I get it in a position and get it all. And then I have to make a mount for these. This is going to get rid of all this rubber. I told you we were working on the Oldsmobile, but it's going to get rid of all the rubber stuff that apparently they don't sell anymore. And then eventually they'll go on. The bumper, well, I'm going to work on that this week. I'll just show you next week. I got some brackets and stuff to make, so don't worry about that. What we're doing here. Okay, for those of you who remember last year, 350 small block Chevy. It's a 4-bolt main, turbo 350. This is that Chinese carburetor. Mrs. Just Enough Garage asked me about it. I said, hey, whenever you want to order one, I'll put it in the Amazon cart. You know, I don't know about you guys, but everybody has a limit on their income, and I'm no different. I can only afford to spend so much money and time on these. So everything I do is on a budget. This engine, you recall, was parts and pieces I put together. I use cams from one engine, lifters from another, push rods. Okay, runs good. Aluminum radiator, because the one that was in it lasted a few days and then it started leaking. I think that was like 130 bucks. Amazon $65 alternator, no heater. This battery is just absolutely fabulous. It's one I got from the scrapyard for 25 bucks last year. It sets for months. What am I doing today? I've got my level. I've leveled the chassis and I've got that ready. Now the reason I'm showing you this is I've been watching this front wheel. So if I put this one on, you see we're okay. You come around to this one, let me get the camera set up for you, and you put it on there and you see we're not okay. It's way outside. So, you know, that's quite a bit to get it level. So I'm not sure what happened. When I look down inside here, I did change springs a while ago. And you see there's some factory shims, and then there's some chunks of metal that somebody has bolted in there on both sides. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to pull some of those shims out, allowing that top of that wheel to come out until they're both level. Do I care about tires? I do. These have a date code of 2012. Excuse me. 0911. So what is that, the 9th week of 2011? So it's like if they wear out, I'm not overly concerned. But I am concerned about them wearing out prematurely. They don't seem like they'd be a hard tire to get. And so I'm going to do that. Now also, you notice underneath, hi Chili, this is totally bashed. This lower control arm is so hammered. This poor truck, did they take it over railroad tracks? I don't know. But I have, if you guys recall, last year sometime I found this on Marketplace for 150 bucks. It is the exact same front end, drum brakes, 68 Camaro. The guy was doing all new stuff. Well, both of these are in better shape, both of these lower control arms. Now, it's true, I could order those online, but what it ended up giving me was a whole bunch more steering linkages, spindles, the original springs. I don't know if this was a V8 or 6, a different steering box. So considering it was probably 6 miles from my house, I went and got it, and it's been standing there for 2 years, a year and a half. So I'm going to try this, doing the wheel, and if I need parts, there'll be another phase of this truck's existence. This poor Willys. Anyway, so I'm going to set up on that, pull some shims, and I'll show you the result, because you can see, well, it's hard to see, but that wheel is definitely, now the other one's not. So again, I don't know what's caused that, but I don't know. I can't figure it out. There's no, let me show you what I'm talking about. There's no ball joint problems. might be some ball joint problems. All right, we might be getting into those other parts before I know it. All right, stand by. Let me get some help to shake this while I go look at the steering and all the bushings. It's not a new truck by any means. All right, I'll let you know what I find. Okay, so I crawled around underneath this. It needs one of everything. So I'm sticking to my original plan and making it better. This is kind of a local rig. We really live kind of close to the school. My wife's just using it as a toolbox right now. But that means I still value my wife, and I'm not going to have her go on the highway and stuff. But we are definitely going to have to order some parts. I think what I'll do is take all those pieces off there, clean them up, get them painted, see what I got good, and then go from there into a phase. Remember, I keep telling everybody, phases, phases, phases. These old cars will eat you alive if you don't do it in phases. What's the story? Don't take them apart. Keep them running. So today I can do a little bit of a help in the backyard, and then we'll move on to phases. Anyway, so I've loosened these. It's an 11/16 bolt. You prop that over a little bit. Oh, I just lost one. We'll do the same number. I'll take out those big ones, and then I'll pick up that other one that fell. They're just little horseshoes like that. Let me find the lost one, and then we'll see what that does to our level. Like I say, I'm polishing a turd at this point. Okay. So now that's up again. Oop. It's falling out on me. It's going to help because that's the way the wheel needed to go to straighten up. The bottom's fixed. And yes, I have the load on the vehicle with some jack stands. Okay, let me see what I got for my level. Here, you might as well watch too. Oh, we are closer. Yeah, well, that's not too bad. I don't know if you can see it before it was. So I don't know why it's screwed up. And it could be that lower ball joint is so bad that it's. But like I said, we're gonna replace all these. So I'm gonna go ahead and, for giggles, we'll take out that skinny one. You see, there's a thick and a thin one there. We'll take out that skinny one. Now, yes, a real alignment shop probably could do better than me. I'm not denying their quality and craftsmanship. I'm just simply saying, what could I do today in the backyard to make it better? And then we'll take it for a drive. Mariana was getting on me because, what do we got here? Mariana was getting on me because you guys are going to have 3 drives in this video. At the end of the video, I got some Subaru Brat stuff. We went to a car show, that same one we go to. Anyways, I have some footage on that the other day. We went on the Willys pickup the other day with the grandson. And then we'll take this one for a drive. So, hey, you know, you're going to get all kinds of drives today. Let me tighten this up, see where we're at. Okay, so this is what I ended up doing, leaving those 2 shims in there. And so go back to compare with the original side. It looked okay visually. That's where we're at with this one. It could be a little bit on the inside potentially, but I'm going to leave that one. This one was way out of whack. So now it's there. They're not exactly the same, otherwise it would be like this. So I probably could put, maybe I will. Maybe I'll put one little of the thinnest shims back in to make up the difference. But yeah, I've got a lower ball joint here that's a little bit goofy. So put it on our list. Is it drivable? Yes. Is it repaired? No. Is there damage? Yes. This is an ongoing job? Understand? Yes. So what do we got? Do we have any thin ones? Not really. Well, I'll call that until we get a new ball joint in the bottom. So what I've done is I've made it better, And of course these are bolted through, right? So all you do is loosen that, tighten that, and you're changing the shim, which is changing that upper angle. I mean, please put it in the comments if you think this is completely goofy or wrong, or this is Sunday afternoon doing a backyard alignment. It's probably not going to affect it. Yeah, the tires are going to wear, but they were going to anyway. So I guess we'll get some new parts coming for all the steering stuff. I'll see what I got over there. Get all that broken down, cleaned up, painted. Obviously the rubber is no good in here. We could look at someday getting new rubber and bushings. It's an ongoing project. That's what it is. Ongoing project. With that being said, let me take it for a drive, see how it does. It steered okay before. Couldn't have hurt it now. And I guess that might be getting close to the end of the video. Let's go for a drive. Well, this is the front of my 1953 Willys rat rod. You guys have seen it before. Years ago, I put this little rebar dragonfly on the front because I found it in a flower bed at a house we lived. Anyways, the kids, my girls were younger then. They put little dragonflies and stuff all over this thing. Here's one that's made out of a spoon. I got it at some kind of an art festival. Okay, you move over here to the pink one. 1954 Willys. Same, not same, same. And Mariana has started again. She's started putting dragonflies all over. Bedazzles. What do you think of that, Mary? Bedazzle it. Yeah.
This one's got to be stuck on.
Anyways, let's take it for a drive, see how the wheel did. Again, this is a vehicle I built for my spouse for her art stuff. So let's take it for a drive.